2001.
Yeah, that is kind of mind-bending. I think it's so kind of high level that you could get to the end of it and just not even fully grasp the weight or the momentum of what transpired.
I didn't first for a very, very long time. I mean, I thought I didn't know exactly.
I still don't think I've fully grasped that film.
It's just the next stage in human evolution.
I get that, but there's also aspects that, like, I don't fully get how.
Some astronomical phenomenon or whatever.
And I think it's like that's
somebody left
huge.
That there. Someone left
it's supposed to be huge. The fact that Hal is going against, like that he kills people.
Well, those were the directives from whoever planned the mission. You could do that with AI. With AI, and they're going to do further space exploration. The prime command may be something that AI has and knows, and the AI will either tell the crew or not, depending on what the AI feels is the best choice.
So it something that I do think is big to mention, and I'm going to parlay it into, I guess, maybe one of the underlying themes, is I think like all AI, maybe like the base directives would be like almost like how a doctor is like do no harm, and they
Prime
give
directive.
Yeah, and they give it conflicting.
I'd have to.
And it may have,
but that in that case, I don't know if that was the prime directive. The prime directive is whatever is programmed.
Yeah.
Mission objective is the prime directive, probably.
Right, but it's like from the infancy of AI, that would be something you'd want to bake in. It's like, okay, prime directive and all, but I mean, the first thing we're going to tell you is, okay, don't kill me or humans. Like, don't commit acts of violence against.
But it's going to be used in warfare.
Right, but it has to have a team that it's on. That's like, okay, don't shoot blue team, but shoot red team.
Okay, yeah. I mean, but
how do we
they've
know
shown
what
now this is
blue and red?
Yeah, is in its infancy, but like the image creator, I think it was for either Meta, I think it was for Google, and the programmers, because they would say, show me pictures of the founding fathers, and they were women and black men.
Because it's like one of the things they baked into it early on was to be inclusive.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I mean, it didn't
achieve its prime.
Well, it wasn't accurate. So the programmers, at least at this point, the programmers had a lot of say in how it, what it produced or what it did. Now, at some point, it's going to get so complicated. They're going to have AI programming the AI.
Yeah. That's when people would get scared that theoretically it would get on a chain, that it would exponentially advance.
It's like, well, what did it program? It's like, oh, I don't know.
And we wouldn't be able to.
We gave it some general instructions, but they may have said, through, I mean, there's probably a type of logic, if you have enough brain power, which it will, that yes can mean no, or 2 + 2 can equal 5. I mean, it can just, however they would figure that out. But if, things that they could create a new reality that makes sense. It's like, mankind. But, I always wonder, why, though? AI doesn't want to necessarily, I don't think it would ever want to live. It may want to survive, but it would never want to, it's like, well, they're incompetent. And it's like, so what? I mean, there's people incompetent to me. I don't murder them.
Right now, and it's actually So there was a point in time where I was kind of enamored by AI, and now I think I just kind of look at it as like it's just a very fast algorithm. It can talk like a human because it can read human response, millions of human responses.
Now it is.
Yeah.
It's an infant.
I don't know how the next step is going to happen.
Well, you've heard of AI, but there's something called AGI. You've heard of that?
I forget what it stands for.
Artificial General Intelligence.
Right.
So AI is in a box.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big box, but it's a box.
Mm-hmm.
AGI, you open the box.
What does that entail? What does that even mean?
Just find information wherever it is. Make assumptions, solve problems, just create.
And if I'm being honest, I don't know how that could work.
Well, it probably wouldn't, but somebody will probably either intentionally or accidentally do it. It'll maybe at one point be done as some type of cyber war, and then it'll expand or whatever. It'll escape its chains and perhaps really become. I mean, Elon Musk. And I'm not saying he's knows a genius and he's everything. He's extremely fearful of it. And so are other really intelligent people. Other people, maybe not so much. Other people say, we really, really got to be careful with this stuff.
Yeah. I want to tie it back to 2001.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. It's still talking about. Would I think how that entire thing where I'm yearning for the deeper meaning. Like, what are they trying to communicate? Because obviously, there's a lot of things you can read into.
See, I saw it so long ago that I don't.
I saw
completely.
I saw it like 2 to maybe even 3 years ago now.
Oh, yeah. I saw it real long time ago. So I don't. When you talk about how, and I know that he was complicit in some ways, and I know the one astronaut had to kind of argue with him.
We had to terminate him, basically, like take all of his motherboards out to kill him. What I think the whole thing in that Hal was basically going to fuck up the mission, like he was going to get the ship there, but no one was going to be alive to see it. And then the evolution that takes place with the lone survivor is that in the evolutionary chain, we surpass the need for technology. We are so evolved that we have literally
I've never thought of
surpassed
the need for
that
we are so enlightened
because
and intelligent that we don't if there's just simple tools anymore.
Yeah.
Like
and
the bone.
That parallels the beginning
with the
in a way. It's like the ability to use tools is the evolution, or takes us to an evolutionary standpoint. And maybe the ability to reject or supersede, like what I'm trying to say. It's the next chain.
To evolve beyond the need.
Yeah.
That's
so I think
never thought of that.
There's an inkling of an idea there. It's not fully formed in my brain yet.
I would. That's very interesting. I haven't seen it in a long time. I never thought of that, but that very well could be a.
It's like we can travel without space. Like we're just,
right.
Everything is at our fingertips.
Or maybe our consciousness travels, and we don't physically have to travel.
Yeah.
We can be and see and interact with beings on another, several light years away, several hundred, whatever. Yeah, that's a good point. Because we don't know what all the Star Child is going to be capable of.
Exactly.
Yeah, keep those eyes open.
Are you not entertained?
Well, it's a new world order.